Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at a scenario where India forms an empire. This is my first mapping video and I'm not using paint.net, so I have to switch through these and I have not got a script or anything with me, so this will be a bit hard, but I hope you enjoy it. So to start the video, we're going to be covering the Kashmir issue. India straight up declares war on Pakistan, and they go in and start invading into the Kashmir region of northern Pakistan. Troops, more and more troops start, and special forces start joining in, and then another country who has claims in the area, China, joins another war. Pakistan, they push into this area. India continues pushing in. Pakistan makes a little pushback, and India starts a new front. Next up, we'll be seeing India pushes back the pushback and makes a third front and connects their two fronts. China doesn't do anything. The troops stop flowing. They hold a defensive front line, causing a stalemate in that region because obviously it's mountainous, very mountainous. China leads the war, getting their invaded area. You can see it. India starts pushing even further into Pakistan, and then next, the front pushes all the way, and Pakistan collapses. In the peace treaty, in India's side of the peace treaty, we already see what's happening with China. India gets the Kashmir regions and a bit of the southern area. You can see the map change from here into here. The next thing that will be happening is India will be declaring war on Sri Lanka. Indian naval forces enter the northwest half of Sri Lanka and continue pushing south and eventually collapsing the country. In a peace treaty, Sri Lanka is fully annexed. And then the next event we'll be seeing happening will be the two Himalayan nations, Himalayan nations being declared war on by India. This actually took me like 40 odd minutes to create, so please like and subscribe if you see this. Anyways, India starts pushing into Bhutan. Obviously, Bhutan is much weaker than Nepal, so it's much easier, but India has to start with two little fronts, as they start moving into Nepal. And then Bhutan is collapsed, and Nepal's further invaded. Next up, we'll see India fully annexing Bhutan, and Nepal on the brink of collapse. Next, Nepal does collapse, / fall over to India, and is also fully annexed. Oopsies. Fucking hell. The next event we see happening is the invasion of Burma, or Myanmar, whatever you want to call it. So Myanmar is declared war by India, and India pushes into the north of Myanmar, but then Burmese rebels pop up. Obviously, if you know what's happened recently in Myanmar, there's lots of genocide. I don't know if this is the right region, but I decided to do it anyways. This is the longest war and the biggest rebel group yet pops up. More Indian forces start moving in, and special forces, I think this is Rainforest, they start moving in, and some in the west of India near Bangladesh start moving in. The rebels start gaining traction as they get more land. India connects its two fronts and starts fully pushing in, almost cutting off Bangladesh, even though they don't declare war. Next up, we see India meeting up with the rebels, but the Indian forces, they don't actually know that the rebels are any different. They don't know that there's two sides, so they start pushing into the rebels. Next up, we see that the rebels are further pushed into. Even some main rebellion areas are caught. Burma actually makes a slight pushback because the government starts getting its shit together. Obviously, the rebellion is further invaded. You can see. Oopsies. Next up, we see the rebellion is almost completely crushed. the Myanmar government starts using conscription, starts pushing fully back against the rebels, and the rebels are fully conquered, and Thailand joins the war. They've been putting troops on the borders, prepping for war since the rebels started to get invaded. And they move up and they wrap around the whole border. In a peace treaty, Thailand gets their areas and a bit more. Bangladesh has declared war on that. I don't think that was pushed on the right side. And the rest of Myanmar is turned into an Indian puppet state. Next up, we see that Bangladesh makes a big push. Obviously, this is a pretty strong country. And India starts pushing troops into the north of the country. The front is pushed back, and Bangladesh tries forming a new front, which is more successful. All this, India creates another front. Next up, we see the Bangladeshi front doing even better, but the Indians start pushing in further, and then the front is pushed back, and in the last days of the war, Bangladesh it collapses to the Indians. In a peace treaty, Bangladesh is fully annexed. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, because this took me 40 minutes to make, and it's only going to be a 7-minute long video. Have a great day.